know that there are two segments in the share market or the capital market in India. And not only the capital market, all the financial markets have two segments, one being the primary segment wherein the securities are issued for the very first time, and then you have the secondary market where the issued securities are subsequently traded. Now, if I talk about the interdependence of primary and secondary market, the growth of each market will have a direct impact on the other market. For an active and vibrant secondary market, you need a good primary market, a responsive primary market. And then again, a primary market will flourish only when there is a active liquid secondary market in place. So both the markets are reinforcing each other and helping in the growth of each other. Moving ahead, so this is the meaning, and as I have explained you, the relationship between primary and secondary markets and how they are reinforcing each other and they are complementary to each other. Okay, now a related and integral term is stock exchange. By stock exchange, we mean a corporate body. Now, basically, in today's time, a stock exchange is an incorporated body. So, what is the meaning of incorporation? Because this is one term we keep using again and again. Like, where is the company incorporated, or what is the place of incorporation of so and so company? So, what do you mean by the term incorporation?
Can I take a guess?
Yes, yes, Shrey.
That it is registered with the Register of Companies.
Yes, very good. So, where is the company registered? With the Registrar of Companies, and if I talk about the Indian scenario, under the Companies Act 2013, or earlier prior to this, it was Companies Act 1956. So, when a company is incorporated, the first thing that happens is that it attains a separate legal entity. I think, what are you people covering in your legal aspects right now? Which law are you covering right now? Yes. अभी मर्केंटाइल लॉ कर रहे हो कि आप इधर आ गए हो कॉर्पोरेट लॉ पे?
We're doing consumer protection right now.
Okay, consumer protection पे हो. Okay, so you'll be doing corporate law there in detail. So whatever terms I'm using right now, that ma'am will explain you in detail there. So, as I told you, that a company acquires a separate legal entity. Separate legal entity as a term we have covered in accounting also. So, someone would like to elaborate? Separate legal entity. Because that's a term which is specific to the company form of organization. None of you remembers what separate legal entity is?
Ma'am, when the company is separate from the owner or the individual,
Yes.
legally
So,
separated.
yes, very good. So, when the company and the owner, the promoter, have different identities, they are recognized as different entities. Okay, so the same thing is with the stock exchange also. The promoter is different from the stock exchange. So that it basically leads to demutualization, difference between ownership and management. Okay, which is a characteristic of every company form of organization. Okay, now if I talk about the legal rule related to stock exchange, then it is the SCRA, Securities Contract Regulation Act, which is regulating the registration and functioning of stock exchanges in India. Talking about the history of stock exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, BSC, being the oldest stock exchange, can be traced back to 1875. Okay, post that, a number of regional state stock exchanges came up, NSE came up, but today there are only six active stock exchanges and two active commodity exchanges in India. Everything has turned to the online mode. Okay, so prior to this, there was floor trading, open outcry system. What do we mean by this? Open outcry का मतलब क्या होता है?
मैम लाइक अगर मैं डॉलर सही हूँ तो वो जैसा मूवी सब में नहीं दिखाते एक बंदा चिल्ला रहा हो शायद वो स्टॉक
हाँ हाँ, तो they are asking for bids by giving the quotes on the floor of stock exchange. So all of you have recently seen this in the web series also. So that was the kind of management we had prior to online trading coming in place. And then obviously the level of participation there has completely changed, and because of the online thing there is more active participation in the stock exchange. तो पहले players limited थे, अब retail investors बहुत add हो रहे हैं. Like we discussed that during the lockdown times, so and so number of accounts, trading accounts were opened. So the scenario, the upgradation in the stock exchange has brought many more investors in the market. So this is just some general information. Many, as I told you, regional stock exchanges were closed down, Delhi Stock Exchange being one of them, which is closed down for active trading right now, because of the fact that the volume of trading in these markets was very low. Okay, coming to the functions of stock exchange, as we already know that the basic purpose of a stock exchange is to provide liquidity to the issued securities by maintaining active trading. Then second is the fixation of prices, which is done by the forces of demand and supply. Ensure safe and fair dealing. Again, that's the responsibility of every stock exchange. They are being regulated by SEBI to protect the interest of investors, of the intermediaries, and of the issuer. So, at three levels, you have to ensure safe and fair dealing. Then stock exchanges today have become a major contributor of finance to the industry. Dissemination of information. So just by looking at the prices at which shares are being traded or the movement in the stock exchange, we get a lot of information about a specific company, industry, or the economy. Performance induced, a related uh, point, that you get to know how well the company or industry or economy is performing. And it is a self regulating organization like any other company. They have their board, which is ensuring the proper functioning by following all the rules laid down by SEBI. Okay, then there was a term which I used at the time of incorporation also, that there is a demutualization of stock exchange. So, mutualization, mutual means where you have members who are running a cooperative organization, and therein they are managing the day-to-day affairs. By demutualization, I mean that this is a company form of organization where the management and ownership is different. Okay, so in the year 1992, OTCEI, over the counter exchange of India, and NSC in 1994 made the first attempt at demutualization. One of the basic objectives, if you have a look at the first point, was to control the centralization of power in the hand of the brokers also. Okay, so जब आपने हर्षद मेहता स्कैम के बारे में रिसर्च करी है, then you would have seen that at that time brokers had they were powerful figures, though they still are, but over the years जो उनका influence था direct working में, that has reduced. Now obviously they are influencing the views, big brokers if we talk about, they influence the views, the movement, the sentiment in the market. But prior to this, prior to demutual structure, they had more control over the market. In the true sense, they were the market makers. But now there is more of professional management in the stock exchange. The advantages of demutualization: it is protecting the interest of the public investors. As I told you, more professionalism in the market and more flexible governance, reduced interference of the brokers, flexibility, and better access to the global markets. Okay, so I think we'll stop here, and let's take up Bombay Stock Exchange in detail in the next class.